It sounds like you're pretty bullish on Houston coming into the year as well.
Yeah, so take a look at their losses last year. At Vikings, Vikings were really good last year.
Yep.
At Packers, good team. At Jets, that's kind of a little weird one. But then Lions, Titans is the black eye, but everybody has one of those weird losses. But then at Chiefs, at Ravens, they don't lose many games that they're supposed to win. And so I went through their schedule, and this is I'm kind of breaking these down of how many games do they really not have it's a real uphill battle to win. So at Rams, they can win that one. Bucks, they can win that one. At Jags, Titans, yeah, absolutely, they better win those. At Ravens, that's an uphill battle. That's a real tough one. At Seattle, yeah, they can win that one. 49ers, absolutely. Broncos, yeah. Jags, at Titans, yeah. Bills, that's a tough one. But then at Colts, of course, that's winnable. At Chiefs, that's a tough one. But then Cardinals, Raiders, at Chargers, Colts. I don't count too many games where they're going to be underdogs on this one. Yeah, their offensive line, everyone ranks them last. But Dan, how could they be worse than they were last year? And they still won 10 games. They still won 10 games with the worst offensive line.
I mean, so if you're going to play devil's advocate, you could say, what do we get out of the offensive line? Because that was the issue last year, and I don't know if they're really markedly improved, but they certainly can't be any worse offensively because I don't think their offensive coordinator last year was all that great. They make that change. They bring in a new offensive line coach as well. D'Amico Ryans, I'm a big D'Amico Ryans fan. I've been, bullish on them ever since he brought them in. He's not a kind of guy who just says, we'll figure it out. He's a rally the troops kind of guy, and that's why you see their defense year in and year out. I couldn't agree with Teddy more. That's a top 5 defense, and it only got better. If you're looking at a player that has been in 3 straight championship games, that's the metric for success. CJ Gardner-Johnson, Philadelphia Eagle. Love the guy. I'm going to miss him. He's just a guy who brings smash mouth to a team. And he went to this Super Bowl with the Eagles. He leaves. He goes to the championship game with the Lions. He goes back to the Eagles, goes to the Super Bowl. So this is a guy who, for whatever reason, maybe there isn't causation with that, but he's definitely a guy who's been around championship games, and he brings a smash mouth to a defense that already was that. So I'm bullish on this team. I think they do have a tough schedule. Have to face the AFC and NFC West. You kind of laid it out there. The out of division, the 3 added games aren't easy ones. You got the Bills and the Ravens in there, but right around 9.5, sure. The only way that I would bet this is towards the over, because regardless with that offensive line or not, CJ Stroud has the talent. They have a pretty good wide receiver core, some good rookies that they brought in here. So I think there's reason to be excited about the Houston Texans. This is a team who I'm probably going to be looking to bet some of their team totals over and opponents' team totals against them under, especially teams that want to get it done through the air because they have the best, one of the best cornerback tandems in the league. So really like this defense, like them to keep games low against their opponents. And if I had to pick something, give me the 10 wins for them going over this number.
Yeah, it's an easy.
And Sean's saying I bet overs on every team. We actually have the thing that says all of the unders. I've been on more unders than overs. That's for sure.
Yeah, I have a plethora of unders, but we're getting to some teams that I really like the overs. And this is one of my favorite. This division's awful. My Colts are terrible. The Titans are awful. The Jags, who knows what's going on with Trevor Lawrence? I mean, this division could easily give them 5, potentially even 6 wins. I mean, you got to depend on 5 wins there, and then I can go through the schedule and find another 5. So, yep, I like the coaching staff. I like the quarterback. I like the defense. So you give me that combination. Yeah, I think I can get to double digits with this team. So Houston Texans, Dan's a lean. I'm a lot more bullish. I love the over on this one. So